Okay, so we've got a logical transition, a transition question. We can see the various transitions. As always, we're going to read the sentence before the underlined and the sentence after the underlined and try to get the relationship of ideas between them and use that to figure out what our right transition word or phrase is. Because a chiral molecule is symmetrical, flipping it yields a structurally identical molecule. So I don't know what that would look like, but let's suppose we have something that's symmetrical down the middle, and if we flip this over, we just get the same thing. That seems to be what's going on here. A flipped chiral molecule. This is not an achiral molecule, because I was concerned. A flipped chiral molecule, blank, can be compared to a glove that has been turned inside out. It produces a structurally inverted molecule rather than an identical one. Okay, so an achiral molecule, you flip it, it is identical. A chiral molecule, you flip it inside out, and it is not identical. So these are contrasting ideas between these two, the achiral and the chiral molecule. Quick read, they look alike, so you could miss that. I could see students missing that. So it's not an example, the second part. It's not similar. It's a very different molecule that is not identical when you flip it. So by contrast, I think. In other words, well, let's just check. A flipped chiral molecule, by contrast, can be compared to that of a glove, explaining it produces a inverted molecule rather than an identical one, which is different than the achiral molecule. Yeah, I think it's going to be contrasting. I mean, in other words, I could see possibly students looking at that because the comparison to the glove is kind of another way to say what all this flipping means in simpler words, because who the heck really knows what a achiral or chiral molecule looks like. That's not it, though. That's not the right idea. The real relationship of ideas here is a contrast between the two, the achiral and the chiral. One's identical when flipped, the other is not.